Hello guys. So today I want to talk about not giving up. So I know all of us use this in our everyday lives, but we use it in a wrong way in my perspective. Most of us talk about not giving up in terms of our video games or tournaments or anything in general. We just shout, don't give up, never give up. But I don't think any of us or most of us understand the true depth of this term, because this term is very significant in my life. I believe in it 100% and I apply it 100%. Because like I said, most of us just think of it as, we just say it, we try, but if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. In a tournament, I say, don't give up, don't give up. But whatever happens there, happens. That's the end of the story. I say, don't give up, don't give up. And you win, you lose. That's too bad. But in reality, it's different. We have to go about it in terms like, as for me, I like think about it like, let's, for example, weight loss, or even choosing your own career, or just becoming a good person. Most of us, which I see, we have set targets. This is success, this is failure. 0 is where we start. And if 0 is also failure, every time we reach towards success, even though we are taking steps in the right direction, some days, all of us, we make mistakes. And where does it lead to? 0, because it's so much closer than our success, which is at 100, let's say. And maybe the first few times, you're like, today I didn't follow my diet. Today I didn't go and exercise as much as I wanted to. So we continue. But that one day, it's gonna hit like a truck. And I feel a lot of us, including myself, will give up, because I've thought about giving up so many times. And I'm talking about, for example, my gym journey. A lot of times when we've gone through all these failures, we think, what's the point? I've done so many times, I've tried. And we give ourselves excuses. We say it's not that bad. No one's really complaining. I have good friends, I have family members. I'm not that fat, or it's not really important in life. I'm not going to get money out of it. But as we give ourselves excuses, we don't reach our goal, and that's giving up. But that's what we all think. But how I look at it as, it's not an exam where, this is how most people look at it. It's like an exam. When you get your paper, pass or fail, or like the competition I was talking about now, win, lose, that's it. You either fail, you pass. You win or you lose. There's no moving forward from there. But no, it's not like that. You don't lose until you die. That's my opinion. Because life goes on. Whether I stop training now, I stop working out, but if I have the guts to try again, to continue, then in 10 years time, I should still go for it, if you have the guts. And I've already made a promise to myself that I shouldn't give up, because that's so refreshing, in my opinion, that you can always try again. You can always just try again. You can always just look at it from a different perspective and go at it again and again. You fail, yeah, we all fail. But as long as you try and learn from it, and again, most important is don't give up, because when you give up, that's when you decided to lose. No one else is deciding this. You decide when you win and when you lose. So when you give up, you say, I'm done. I'm a fucking loser. This is what I do. I lose. I don't win. I like to lose. So what's the point of giving up? And I mean this in even being a better person, being a kind person. A lot of us nowadays, we look at like things like gossip. We gossip a lot, and or swearing like I just did, but I don't really care about it for now. So I mean, like, when you try to, especially when you try to become a better person, let's say you're trying to stop swearing, and if it happens again and again and again and again, you want to give up. But don't. Why do you want to stop trying to be better? Who is telling you that, you know what, you tried 10 times, it's not going to work out? Who has this much control over your life? Only you. And why are you deciding to lose? Who in their right mind would decide, yeah, it's time for me to lose? No. The beauty of this is, even if I fail 10 days in a row, I take 5 days and I'm done. The beauty of life is, as long as you live, you have a chance to try again. And that means you did not give up. God doesn't give up on you. No matter how much you sin, no matter how much you are corrupt, no matter how many bad things you do, as long as you try your best, you have that thought in your mind, no, I want to do better. This is not who I want to be. As long as you try, God is always there. God never gives up on you. My God doesn't. Jesus, He doesn't give up on you. Every day He's hoping you come closer to Him, and every day He wants you to try and try. I failed at many things. Going at gym, I've been going 3 years. Trading, going 3 years. Many days I've looked at myself in the mirror after maybe 2 weeks of not working out, just eating whatever I wanted, and be like, damn, I've worked out for 3 years. This is what I've become. What's the point? You know, no one's really, I'm not that fat that people are going to judge me. So what's the point? But this is not who I want to be. It's not the best. I would consider that a loss if I stopped trying. And yeah, it's not just goals, like I said, becoming a better person, or anything of that matter, whatever you choose. Not giving up is the start, it's the base of going towards your goals. And if God never gives up on you, who are you to give up on yourself? Who do you think you are that you know better than God? God thinks you're worth it, that He doesn't give up on you, but you think you're so lame that you can give up. Come on, let's be real. God knows better. So if God doesn't give up on you, you don't give up until the end of your life. Then you can say, you know what, at least I tried. So until then, don't give up. Peace.